So last time we done access port theory. Clear? Okay. Now today topic name is which one port? Trunk port. If someone asking why we use trunk port and which scenario we are using a trunk port. So basically, for example, inside your organization, inside your network, if you are having a switch, for example, this one is your switch number one, and this switch connected with some of LAN users. This side also one more user, and this switch connected with over the single link with another switch, and this switch number two connected with my server. This side also connected with my server. Clear? Now this one is my 0 by 1, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4, 0 by 5, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. Done. Now I'm saying these two users, a member of VLAN number 2, and VLAN name is HR. Clear? This server, a member of VLAN number 2, and name is HR. Now one more thing. Basically both of these users, VLAN number 3, name is accounts department, and this server is VLAN 3 member, that means accounts department. Clear? And one more point. Basically, we are using a network as 192.168.1.0/24. And basically, this one is my PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Clear? And PC1 IP is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.10, and 1.20. Now, basically in this scenario, which one issue we are getting commonly? So if I am saying Tolu, Collins, if I am saying one question, if this PC1 say I want to communicate with PC2, so communication is possible or not possible? Basically, whenever PC1 send data, switch receive on this port, switch forward this side because both are same VLAN. But if PC1 say I want to communicate with server 1, so communication is possible or not possible? We need to check. How to check? So basically PC1 say I am generating a data. Inside data I will add a layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and data will be forwarded on switch side. Switch receive and verify 0 by 2, which VLAN member? VLAN 2. And this user trying to communicate with server, but switch only check a layer 2, and now switch verify how many members available VLAN 2, only 0 by 3. Why 0 1 not a member of VLAN 2? Basically by default 0 by 1 member of which VLAN? VLAN 1. So that is the reason not possible to forward your traffic on switch 2. If you want to forward your data traffic, change must be changed on this port, a mapping. This port mapping will be VLAN 2. So this port forward the data traffic on switch 2. Whenever switch 2 receive on this port, so switch verify this 0 by 1, a member of which VLAN by default? Which VLAN member by default? VLAN 1. We are sending VLAN 2. So again data traffic will be dropped. So that is the reason network engineer changed the mapping of this port. Switch receive and switch now check which one is VLAN 2 member? This person, and forward this side. Communication is done. But we need to change the mapping. For example, if I am saying PC4 say I want to communicate with this server, again another server. So this PC4 data will receive on switch verify 0 by 5, which VLAN member? VLAN 3. How many members available? Only 0 by 4. This port is possible to forward? No. If you want to forward, change the mapping with VLAN 3, then data will receive on server. But in real time or production network, we are getting 1,000 number of VLANs. So how it possible to forward your traffic via single interface, single link? So we are using a which one port, dear? Which one port we are using, a Tolu? Trunk port. Okay, what is the meaning of trunk port? This type port allow to carry, or you can say forward, carry multiple VLANs traffic. Clear? One more thing. This type port by default allowed all VLANs. All VLANs means 124094 VLAN traffic can forward, can receive. One more thing. This type port always send, receive, or you can say carry traffic in tagging method. Tagging method means device will add encapsulation, device will add VLAN number as well. Clear? So we are sending encapsulated plus VLAN number traffic. Now one more thing. This type port also possible to receive, forward any VLANs broadcast message. Clear? One more thing. This type port also possible to learn multiple VLANs MAC address. Clear? This port also possible to learn multiple VLANs MAC address on single port. Clear? Now, one more thing. Same diagram we discussed with trunk port. Before trunk and after trunk. Now, if we configure 0 by 1 and 0 by 1, which one port now? A trunk port. This side we also configure trunk port. So switch one say, okay, if I am configure trunk port 0 by 1, so how many VLANs member? 124094. How many VLANs member? 124094. This one is also 124094. And switch one also add one more method. ABC is my encapsulation. So it's to say ABC is my encapsulation. For example only, learning purpose, not an encapsulation name. This one is example. Now, next thing, what will be happen next thing? Whenever PC1 say, I want to communicate with a server, then PC1 generate data. For example, MAC is A, B, C, D, this one is E, and this one is F. PC1 say I am generating a data. Inside data, I will add layer 2, source MAC, destination MAC. Then I will add layer 3, source IP and destination. Source is A, destination is E, source IP is 1.1, destination is 1.10. Data will receive on switch, switch verify 0 by 2 member of VLAN number 2. Switch 1 verify how many VLAN 2 member available, 0 by 3 and 0 by 1, because all VLANs allow na. So whenever switch 1 forward the data traffic via trunk link, switch 1 say, I'm sending your data, brother. No one. In data on layer 2, source MAC is A, destination MAC is E. But I will add encapsulation is ABC, and which VLAN traffic we are carrying? VLAN number 2. And then add layer 3. Source is 1.1, destination is 1.10. Whenever switch to receive the data traffic, switch to say, okay, my first task, check encapsulation. If same, then accept. If different, then deny, or you can say drop. Clear? Now second task, if encapsulation is same, then second task, check allowed VLANs on trunk. If available, accept. If disallowed, then you can say deny or drop your traffic. Clear? Now third thing, check VLAN existing, switch VLAN database. First point, if available, then accept. If not available, then what will we do? Drop. Clear? So there's three tasks we need to perform whenever switch receive the traffic. After receiving, switch will say, I'm receiving your traffic. Traffic is you are sending a data. Inside data, you are sending a layer 2. Source MAC is A. Destination MAC is E. Encapsulation is ABC, for example. VLAN number is 2. And then I will add layer 3. Source is 1.1, destination is 1.10. So whenever switch to receive the traffic, switch to say encapsulation is same, remove. VLAN is existing, remove. And then after removing information, server will receive. So server will receive untagged data. PC will send untagged data. But in between trunk links, we are sending tagged data. So 0 by 1 say, I'm learn VLAN 2, MAC address is A. Clear? Whenever this PC is coming, this PC is coming. So 0 by 1, VLAN 3, C user MAC LAN, if we are receiving. Clear? Now, one more thing. One more thing is, before learning a trunk port way of configuration, must be clear DTP. DTP called dynamic a trunking protocol. And one more thing, it's called layer 2 protocol. Layer 2 protocol means it's work on data link layer. One more thing, this protocol by default enable Cisco switches. One more thing, with the help of DTP protocol, network engineer get trunk port. Which one port? Trunk port. One more thing, DTP protocol globally enable all interfaces. One more thing, DTP protocols timers. We are getting a two types of timer. One is my hello. Hello means you can say keep alive every 30 seconds. And second is dynamic timeout time. It's a how many seconds, dear? 300 seconds. Clear? Now one more thing. DTP support encapsulation. Encapsulation. You can say tagging method. So we are getting a two types of encapsulation. One is my ISL, second is my dot one Q. One more thing, DTP. In DTP, we are getting a some modes. We are getting a three modes. One is my on, second is auto, third is my desired. Clear? Now one more thing. DTP also have feature to modify allowed VLANs from a trunk port. Clear? Now, one more topic we'll discuss. How many way to configure trunk port? Clear? So it's a very simple way. If someone asking how many way, how many way to get trunk port. So basically we are getting only two way. Static, dynamic. Okay. What is the difference in between static? Static means manually. Dynamic means automatically we are getting. Clear? So first we learn static then dynamic. So write down static way to get trunk port. Always remember some key points for static. First point, device never exchange DTP messages. Device never do negotiation for trunk. And third point is device forcefully, or you can say unconditionally, configure trunk port. Clear? So basically if you are doing static way, so we are getting a mode is which one, dear? On. Mode means way of configuration. On. Clear? Now next thing. Next option is very simple. Next option called dynamic way to get trunk port. So basically again we learn some key points. Which one is key points? First key point, devices exchange DTP messages. Devices always do negotiation. Yeah. One more thing. After successful negotiation form trunk. Clear? One more thing. In dynamic, we are getting some mode. So we are getting two modes. One is auto, other one is desire. So I will clear this side, auto mode first, and then I will discuss desirable mode. Clear? Now one by one. So auto mode means in this mode, device wait DTP message with enable operational mode run. That means you can say I will not initiate, only do negotiation. Clear? Now, desirable means in this mode, device send DTP message with enable operational mode run and say I will initiate the process and wait for successful negotiation. Wait for successful negotiation. This thing is clear. Tolu, Collins, clear. Now, one more point. One more point is DTP encapsulation. So we are getting first encapsulation is ISL, second is dot. Okay, one by one clear both encapsulation. ISL means it's an inter switch link encapsulation. Cisco devices support only by default enable Cisco switches. Clear? One more thing. ISL encapsulation header size 30 byte. 30 byte means 240 bits. If we are sending 1000 packets, so 240 bits always add extra with your data. Clear? But .1Q open standard. Open standard. Support by Cisco, non-Cisco devices. Clear? Any doubt? Collins, Tolu. This thing is clear?
Yes, very clear.
.1Q call in IEEE 802.1Q. Okay. One more. .1Q encapsulation header size 4 byte. How many? How many bytes? 4 bytes. That means how many bits? How many bits? 32 bits. Clear? So which one is more preferable? Dot 1Q or ISF? Dot 1Q, because it's a smaller size of header. Okay. Now one more thing. Now we discuss DTP successful combination. We discuss this start from dynamic first. Clear? For example, if you're having a switch 1, switch 2, and basically this switch 1, two modes available this port. One is my admin mode and one is my operational. This one also having a two modes, admin mode, operational. Clear? One more diagram we need to discuss. Hold on. Okay, now. So by default, all Cisco switches admin mode is dynamic auto. This one is also dynamic auto. So both device switches, if setting into dynamic auto, so I am saying both are waiting for operational mode trunk. So everyone exchanging DTP, but no one is sending I am configure as a trunk. So in this case, operational mode configure automatically. Which one port, Tolu? Access. So in this condition, trunk will form? No. Auto never hit. But if I'm saying switch one, say I'm configure by default dynamic auto, and switch to say network admin configure manually dynamic desirable mode. That means operational automatically convert if desirable. Which one? Trunk. So switch 2 will say I will initiate and send DTP message. Switch 1 say okay, I am receiving your message, because by default every interfaces on Cisco switches negotiation of trunking is on. So if I am sitting in auto, that means wait and I will convert operational mode. Which one? Trunk. That means switch 1 also get trunk port, switch 2 also get trunk. So in this condition, trunk will configure auto and desirable. But if I am saying this side is desirable, switch 1 say I am a desirable, so operational is automatically configure trunk. Switch to say I am also configure network admin dynamic desirable. So this one is also configured as a trunk. So both will form trunk, no issue. But auto never form. Clear? Now one more thing. This one design. For example, if someone says, if switch one say I'm configured into dynamic auto, and switch to say if someone forcefully configure statically, admin is statically, operational is trunk, then what will be happen? Switch to send DTP message? No. But after 30 seconds, unconditionally DTP will forward, switch one receive and configure as a trunk port operational, because negotiation is enabled. But in this case, again, we are getting issues. Which one? Switch one will use extra CPU for negotiation. Clear? So if we are using a negotiation process, so CPU utilization will be high and link bandwidth also choked down. Clear? So dynamically is not preferable in production network. Clear? And this combination also not preferable. One side is static and one side is dynamic, not preferable. Now, so which one is more reliable in real time? So we configure switch one statically trunk, admin is static, manual, operational is trunk. Done. Switch to say I'm also configure statically, admin is statically, manually configure, operational as a which one port? Trunk. So without exchange GTP, it will form the trunk. And one more thing option is available. On both switches, we can do negotiation of trunking. We can do which one, dear? Turn off. No worry. Done. Now one more thing. One more thing is static way of configuration trunk. We discuss which one. If you are having a layer 2 switch, if you are having a layer 3 switch, only theoretical today we discuss. Okay. Now, first point in layer 2 switch concept. By default, encapsulation already defined. Which one? ISM. No need to define encapsulation. In layer 2 switch, only define a mode. Which one mode? Trunk. Clear? Now one more thing, layer 3. Layer 3 is very important in production network. By default, layer 3 switch encapsulation is auto. Auto means inherit encapsulation from a peer. Peer means neighbor. Clear? Now one more thing. Encapsulation mandatory to define first. One more thing. After encapsulation, define network engineer configure a mode as a which one, dear? Trunk. So layer 2 switch no need to define encapsulation, but layer 3 switch always need to define encapsulation. Collins, Tolu, this thing is clear now. So this one is short theory about the trunk. This thing is true or false. We need to check on packet tracer. Packet tracer is very easy. 1 second. I will show you these things. Which one? The static way layer 2 or layer 3 only. Dynamic is very simple. Wait. So I'm using a layer 2 switch 1, 2. And now cross verify. This thing is good or not good. Click on fast forward and now go to this switch. Go to CLI and say enable config host name is SW1. Go to this side, CLI, enable config, host name is SW2. Now, so go to show interface FA0 by 1. This one is switch interface, switch 1, and command is switch port. And now verify admin mode is dynamic auto, encapsulation is .1Q right now, nowadays, and negotiation of trunking is on. Clear? So I'm saying on switch 1, it's a very simple way. Go to interface FA0 by 1 and say switch port mode is which one now? Trunk. No need to define encapsulation. Go to switch 2 side and say interface FA0 by 1 switch port mode is trunk. Now it's done. Go to switch 1 and switch 2 and run single command show interface trunk. And now verify FA0 by 1 configure as a trunk port. Way of configuration mode means way of configuration is on. That means static. Encapsulation is 802.1Q. That means .1Q. Status is trunking. That means enable. And native VLAN means 1. We discussed native VLAN. No worry. And how many VLANs allowed? 124094. This one is a simulator bug. That is the reason we are getting a 1 to 1005. But in real time production network or enterprise switches, we are getting a how many VLANs allowed on my trunk? 124094 VLANs allowed. And how many VLANs existing on my switch right now? Only VLAN 1. Clear? Now it's a layer 2. No need to define encapsulation, automatically configure. But right now, if you're trying to access a layer 3 switch, 1, 2, and now verify, connect both switches and click on fast forward. Go to this one switch, CLI, and define the device name is, say no, enable device name is MLS1, multi-layer. No? Now go to switch to side, CLI, say no, enable config host name is MLS2. Done. Now this side and go to show interface FA0 by 1. Show me the switch port. Switch port means right now this port work as a layer 2. And now verify dynamic auto. Negotiation is on, but encapsulation is auto. That means negotiated means same auto. Auto means wait for peer. Peer means my neighbor if using ISL, so I'm using ISL. If neighbor is using a .1Q, so I'm also using. And if you're trying to say directly FA0 by 1, your mode is now trunk. So read the error, Collins. Read this error, Collins. Read this error, dear.
An interface whose strong encapsulation is auto cannot be configured to trunk mode.
So basically, an interface whose trunk encapsulation is auto cannot be configured as a trunk directly because we must need to define the mode. Clear? Now, so I'm saying switch port, trunk, your encapsulation. Which encapsulation? In production network, we are getting a 3 types encapsulation. .1Q, ISL or negotiate. So basically, most probably we are using a negotiated no, .1Q, manually defined. And switch port, your mode is now, which one dear? Trunk. Now go to switch to side, same thing. Interface FA0 by 1, switch port mode, or no, switch port trunk encapsulation .1Q, switch port mode is trunk. Now go to switch 1 and say show interface trunk. And now verify port number is which one configure as a trunk FA0 by 1 and way of configuration is on. On means starting and encapsulation is .1Q and same thing outputs clear. So this thing is clear, static is clear. Now dynamic. Dynamic is also very simple, brother. We are using a layer 2 switch first. Layer 2 switch. Click on fast forward. Go to this switch and write down the device name is switch 1. This one also. device name as a switch 2. I'm saying enable config host name is SW1 this side. Enable config host name is SW2. Go to this switch and say show interface FA0x1 switch port. So basically enter. So right now it's a dynamic auto. Now we are trying to configure auto. No, auto is already configured. We are going to switch to side and I am saying switch to brother. You are setting as a desirable switch code mode dynamic and which one mode desirable. Enter. Now go to show interface FA0x1 switch port and now verify dynamically desirable operational strong .1 queue encapsulation negotiation is on. Now go to switch one side and verify same output. Dynamic auto, no worry, we are waiting, but already received the DTP message. So we configure operational mode as a trunk and encapsulation is which one dear? .1 queue. Clear? And negotiation of trunking is on. So how to verify the output? Show interface trunk. And now verify FA0x1 is a V of configuration is auto. Auto means static or dynamic? Tolu or college, which one? Auto means static or dynamic V of configuration? It's a dynamic because in static way we are getting a mode is on. Encapsulation is N. N means negotiated. Which encapsulation negotiated with my peer? 802.1 Q encapsulation. Clear? Go to switch to side and say show interface turn. So this one say my mode is desirable. That means I will initiate the process, but auto mode say I will not initiate. I'm waiting, brother. Clear? And this one is initiate and send DTP message. That is the reason switch to send, switch one receive and configure as a trunk. If your trunk is stable, that means you are getting this output. Clear? Now one more thing, show DTP. Which one command? Show DTP and verify. Globally, DTP protocol is enabled. And what is the hello time? Hello time is how many seconds, dear? How many seconds? Tolu? Every 30 seconds is my hello. And what is my time dynamic timeout timer? That means you can say whole timer is 300 seconds. How many seconds?
300.
300 seconds. And how many interfaces configure as a trunk on my switch? One interface. Clear? So this one is your out. Colin, any doubt? Collins, can you hear me? Collins, unmute your mic, dear.
Oh, no doubt, I got it.
Okay. Just go through this little video, small video for trunk. And tomorrow we discuss lab part. Okay. We discuss 2-hour session. Tolu, no worry. But right now, Collins is joining for this session. So we merge together. Okay. Only this week we do 1-hour session. From next week we discuss 2-hour session. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubt? Any issue? Any issue?
No.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay, go through this video for DTP, then we meet again tomorrow, same time, 4 o'clock.
Okay. Please, can you share? Will you share it now?